When last we left our adventurers, they had just gotten back into the city of Waterdeep proper after dealing with some horrifying monstrosities below the bay, and went to report back to Vajra Safar, the leader of Force Grey and their current employer, so to speak. Upon revealing some information, though, from the encounter that they had with the foe known as Stillhavity, some concerns were exchanged, and the Blackstaff asked the party to go investigate the Temple of Gond, a temple of that worships innovation and creativity, as well as mechanical contraptions. But once they got there, things seemed a bit odd. They weren't letting in people to worship, and seemed very dismissive of the party's worries. Further investigation revealed that this indeed was very much out of the ordinary, and so, with a useful casting of clairvoyance, it was revealed that there seemed to be an interesting character amongst them, known as Heskel Kench, someone that the party has encountered many times before, applying some sort of red oil to one of the constructs there. The party continues their business and discusses with the Blackstaff the need to potentially raid the Temple of Gond in the morning. But just before the party sets in for a long rest, Eve decides to use the conch of listening and listens in to Haskell Kent, revealing that she sounds like she is a prisoner of herself. But the night went on, and you all enjoyed a long rest. Gazrakul, I assume you identified all the items, yes?
I could, yes.
You probably would have been the one to identify all the items that you retrieved from the dragon's hoard. So, when you did identify them, one stood out in particular, the one that Veritas had found, the Ring of Shooting Stars. For when you examined it closely, in the small window in the ring that displays a beautiful starscape, you swear for a moment you see an image in the stars. I'd like you to roll an investigation check. 21. Kind of shifting the starscape a bit, you reveal that there seems to be the outline of a moth. Kind of almost like a constellation in the starscape. And upon seeing this moth, you hear those words again. Wouldn't it be better? The next morning, you all wake up in the magnificent mansion. And you have your day ahead of you.
Eve would have been up pretty early, just mulling over what she discovered last night, and is going to go around and knock on everyone's doors to get them up.
Opening up, you would see a quite tired Veritas, the elven form of him, a bit loose would be the word to describe him, as it's not a very well-defined look of him. He looks parts of the body look a little sagged and loose.
Oh, Veritas, are you alright, buddy? Well,
Had better days, better night's sleep, but I'll be fine. Kind of shakes it off for a bit, and the natural look of Veritas kind of, in that moment, snaps together.
huh. Alright. Is he telling the truth about it just being a bad night's sleep, or is something else going on?
Now, do you want to insight him?
Yes. Nine.
Okay. He seems perfectly fine. Snapping back.
Alright, well, let me know if there's anything you want me to change about your room to make it more comfortable at any point, okay?
Gives the smile. I'll let you know, Eve. And thanks for keeping an eye out on us. But don't forget about yourself, too. And gives you a pat on the shoulder.
Of course. Anytime. And I'm doing my best. But speaking of keeping an eye out, I've got some troubling news. Let's get everyone else up real quick so I can share it all at once, yeah?
Veritas nods. I guess we can all meet up in the dining hall.
Sounds good. As she continues down the hall knocking on doors.
Yep. Veritas makes it to the dining hall waiting for everyone else.
Josh is also visibly bleary-eyed. It's like,
oh, it's I guess it's morning already. Okay.
Yeah, oh my goodness, I know I'm a little on the early side, but everybody's having a bit of a rough go at it this morning.
No, you're fine.
Bush?
I'm just feel like I could sleep again, but we got things to do.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, definitely.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's get Razrakul.
Right.
Right before y'all get to the door, it bursts open. And they walk out. We've done it.
Oh,
What'd you do?
We've done it. They open up the Dunamancy book. We've cracked Dunamancy.
In spite of
Cool.
herself, Eve gets a bit of an excited smile on her face. Oh, really? You figured it out already?
At least one spell we've been able to pull from the pages of this tome.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great to hear. Probably gonna need that, especially this morning.
As much as
So-
we'd like to use it here and now, it would cause damage. The spell seems to shift the very gravity around it.
Whoa. That's pretty neat sounding.
It will be very neat until you chide us for using it to kill.
I mean, ideally you're not gonna use it on Waterdavian civilians, right?
Most likely not, no.
Where is the most likely? Anyway, we don't have time for this right now. We've got some urgent business that we need to discuss. So let's all gather up in the dining hall. I saw something that I need to, or heard something that I need to let you guys know about.
Very well. Onward.
Yeah.
In the dining hall, as you move closer, you hear the sound of many plates shifting and moving, and a familiar sight of a conga line of pancakes being moved down by the poor servants in the cafeteria. Pancakes galore. Help! 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 Help!
Does this mean he's his old self, or do we need to be worried?
Eve says under her breath very quietly. A little bit of both, I think. She'll also check her side. Is Chelavi on her? Like, where does Chelavi go at night? Does she use her room, or does she stick with Eve and her hilt?
For the most part, Chelavi seems content just to be around as a rapier. At the moment, that's what they currently are. You're not sure if they stick around at night, or if they go somewhere, or when they sleep, or how they sleep.
Tucking that away for future conversation. Eve will go over and sit next to Veritas. Okay. Right, let's all get a meal in us. We're definitely gonna need it today. You're ahead of the game as usual. Okay. Guys. So, you know how I saw into the tower with that spell that Bosch cleverly suggested indirectly?
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, so we could have just left it at that, but I don't know, before I went to bed last night I just wanted to just get another listen to what was going on in there, just in case things had changed. So she takes the shell out of her bag. I used this to listen in on Heskel Kench. That person in the tower? That wasn't Heskel. Because when I listened in, I heard it sounded like Heskel was a prisoner. And another voice that sounded like hers was talking to her like they had taken her captive. And it sounds like not only were they the one in the tower, they're aware that we know about their presence, and they seem to know that we are planning on busting in there today. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
A part of us simply hopes that this is some shenanigan with changelings, but more likely this is another one of Stilhavity's smocks. Something that could take the form of this Kenchwoman.
Well, and the voice of Celebi will speak up. We have to eat someone in order to take their form.
Not so simple. You're good at being weapons, though.
Well,
Interesting. Veritas, tell us about this elf you ate.
no, let's stay on topic, yes? Giving Gazrakul a stern look.
Veritas stops eating the pancakes, kind of like, and putting the fork down, looking over at Gaz.
I actually wish I knew.
I actually wish I knew more, but my memories were quite hazy at the time.
Well, some other time, if you'd like to know, we can surely ask on your behalf.
What do you mean by that?
Well, divination, of course. We can scry, and if that doesn't work, we can simply ask one of the gods, perhaps one of the ones with good sight. The knowledge is somewhere. We simply wanted to know if you wanted to know. Some other time.
If I did have a chance to talk with the person, his name was mentioned at the office. Aegis?
Ah, well, something to be researched later for sure.
Eve has been staring at Gazrakul throughout this conversation, trying to discern what motives they might have for prying into this particular bit of knowledge. Do they seem that seems really generous and respectful for Gazrakul?
Well, you've got this fancy insight you could do.
I'm sorry, I'm just inciting everyone's characters today. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I'll find some way for you to have reason to incite Bosch.
Yeah, no worries. They weren't attempting to deceive either. They're kind of just focused on Veritas right now. But looking between the three heads, you can see a mixture of genuine curiosity at this new information about Mox being revealed, and you get mixed vibes of that genuine curiosity with your knowledge that even amongst quote unquote friends, the more information they have on each other, the more weapons in their repertoire were such knowledge needed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Eve glances over at Veritas and says quietly, "If you'd like to know more about that person, I might be able to help you with that. Virgil as well. And glances over at Bosch. Bosch as well, actually. We met for a short time in that alternate Waterdeep. Aegis, yeah, was his name.
I would like this. Yeah. I would like to know more.
And we'll chat more about that later, but for now, let's figure out what to do about this new matter.
She also taps the hilt that is Chalabi.
By the way, you're not excluded from breakfast, you know. In fact, you definitely should eat something. Please?
Alright, I will.
These pancakes are great.
So if it is not a mock, then perhaps a changeling, or some shapeshifter of some form or another.
Right. It's...
We don't have that many more of these left.
couldn't be a mock because, you know, Heskel was still there. Whoever it is powerful enough to have taken her captive and be holding her hostage. So that in and of itself is concerning.
And who would want to be... I mean, they took her captive. They're also walking around looking like her, and not a lot of other people can see her. I mean, maybe they just really want to be her, but I don't see somebody doing that.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest questions. Why her? Why would they take her captive and be using her effectively as a scapegoat? How... I wonder, have they been masquerading as her the entire time they've been at the Temple of Gond? Or did they do it because that Dragonborn lady warned them that someone was poking around out front and they needed a scapegoat in the moment? But why Heskel Kench?
And how do they know we're coming? A simple warning from the Dragonborn doesn't indicate that we would have the authority to break in the next day.
That's true. I mean, if she described us to this person, I guess it's possible that they could have scryed on us, but we devised that plan in the office of the Blackstaff, didn't we? I mean, I guess we did talk about it a little bit outside of that room, though.
If there is a secret plan that's happening, it wouldn't be surprising that they would be very cautious.
And we're also in a room with a guy who can, ask questions of gods and kind of look in the future and stuff. Maybe they just have somebody like that, or are somebody like that.
Well, as much as we'd like to think we are something of a unique talent, there are others that could be possible. But we must also ask if we can afford to delay our efforts with this construct they're building.
Eve, Veritas looks at you. Do you think that Eskel's been taken captive? Really?
I mean, I suppose it's possible that the conversation I overheard was in and of itself a ruse, but they would have to... They would have had to know specifically when I was going to listen in. And from what I recall, Haskell sounded genuinely furious. So if they were gonna try and mimic her to that extent, they would have to be someone who knows her exceedingly well.
I also asked this because she was quite dangerous and scary. It would take someone very powerful to capture her.
I know, that's what's concerning me as well.
If we needed more answers, why don't I ask her myself?
That's a good idea. That's an excellent idea. Maybe she can enlighten us a little more on what's going on or who her captor is, at least.
This place, though, is a bit wonky feeling. I think I would need to step out of here to do it.
Right, yeah, that would be advisable, I think. Shall we do so now, then?
Okay. Sounds like plan is talk to Heskel and nothing else. Probably go straight in and try and get in the tower.
Yeah, I mean, at least we'll have some reinforcements. But the fact that they know we're coming is... They could have
Bad.
set an ambush, they could have relocated somewhere and just have other subordinates waiting for us. Anything could be. There's only one way to find out. Or maybe there's more than one way. Maybe Haskell can tell us more. Let's find out.
Huh.
Yep. Veritas gets out of the kitchen and outside the magnificent mansion.
And you are going to send a message to Lady Haskell Kench?
Lady Haskell Kench. A sending message. 1 3rd level spell slot. And the message is: Haskell, I heard from Eve of your capture. We might be able to do something about that. But we need some information on who and where you might be.
So are you who they meant as friends? Curious how you got here so fast? My captive is some shapeshifter. Was a dragonborn. Took Ezeret. I lost count, but I think that was around 25.
That's around 25, yeah. And this is... And we need information. This isn't going to be cheap. Expending another spell slot, continue this conversation. Friends. Possibly wanting things that would both benefit us. This shapeshifter seems like a problem. How did it capture someone like you? I believe you are stronger than that.
They did something to Ezeret. It's hard to fight back without a weapon. I don't have much more information. Dragged in unconscious.
That ends it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. For everyone that's sitting in this room looking at Veritas, this white ethereal energy that's around him ends. Well, I didn't get much, but what I did get was this strange shapeshifter that looked like a dragonborn. Did something to Ezeret, leaving Lady Eskel without a weapon. She was brought unconscious. She doesn't know where she is. And they took Ezeret from her. That's as much as she says she knows.
Shite, so it was the Dragonborn herself. I'm assuming, right?
I think so. I mean, maybe there's a small amount of good things there, because before we thought we were fighting at least two. Maybe it's just one person.
One person who could single-handedly disable Ezrerit somehow and apprehend Kench.
Something
That's not great.
No.
Something else to keep in mind. Still have these powers. He did make all of us monks.
Yes, knowing what kind of shapeshifter we're dealing with would be very helpful in diagnosing the best way to approach it.
Not. Chellaby will pipe up. Not all shape-shifting is perfect. Sometimes there's a tick. Be it something is not quite right with the appearance, as Veritas expressed when he was learning, or perhaps there's an odd odor.
Or a strange extra limb. Maybe some sort of weird goop from the body.
In hindsight, there wasn't anything off about the Dragonborn we met, was there, that we would remember?
You can roll perception check with disadvantage.
Not great.
Yeah. You remember when the door was opened that there was a whole bunch of smells and sights and sounds that kind of came out of the temple proper and kind of would mask anything that would have been noticeable.
Yeah, that makes sense. Huh. Okay.
I'm gonna have this yummy candy. Veritas pops what looks like a circular white gumball in his mouth as he uses his Pearl of Power to regain 1 third-level spell slot.
Smart. Eva's gonna try something that's probably not gonna work, but gonna give it a shot anyway. Because she used the conch last night before she went to bed. So she would have another use of it today, right?
She would, yes.
Okay, Eve's gonna take out the shell again and say, okay, well, this probably won't work, but it's worth a shot. If we can listen in on the shapeshifter themselves, maybe. And she's gonna try and use it on the Dragonborn, quote unquote, that we met.
Alright. You're not exactly familiar with them, so
No.
So no bonuses. Okay. You listen to the conch and hear the sounds of the ocean. And the spell fails.
Well, it was worth a try.
That was a good shot. So if we're maybe going to be fighting a shapeshifter, I think I've heard all kinds of tales where this happens, and there's usually a moment where there are two people who look the same. They all go, kill the other guy, that's the bad one, and they're just pointing at each other. So, can we set up like a code word?
That's a good idea. Let's do it in there because I think it's less likely for magical influence to pass through there, question mark?
As she gestures back toward the door to the mansion.
Except we probably want to save we want to share the code word with the guards we're going to be working with.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that would be smart, huh?
I mean, we could go in there and talk about it, and then just like hand them out a slip of paper or something.
Ooh, or Veritas, you could tell them in their heads, and Shelby as well, right?
Yeah. I could do that.
Okay, so talk it out amongst ourselves in there, then mental communication with them, right? Oh, but what if the shapeshifter is just gonna be there among the crowd already because they know that they're coming? What if we bust in there with the rest of the guards and there's just no shapeshifter because she's there already, one of the guards? Does that make sense? Am I being too paranoid?
I mean, if that's the case, then we just go in there and break the thingy they're building. Hopefully, release. Are we releasing Pescal?
Well, Well, the original purpose of the guards was to keep order in the courtyard while we go into the temple itself.
Oh, right. That's true.
So we could just do that.
We should just ensure that they do not let anyone leave, and if there is a commotion, we'll keep an ear out and react accordingly.
Right. Fair enough. Okay, so then for now, come on, code word. Shuffles back into the mansion.
Yeah. Pancake. Pancake.
Does Veritas start saying that before we go in the mansion or after?
He's like halfway.
Well, it's definitely memorable.
Oh, I guess so. Alright, that'll work.
Oh, I can remember that.
Okay, now I guess let's go rendezvous with our reinforcements and see what happens. Veritas, Chelody, you guys are gonna have to be especially careful in there, you know? Whatever they did to Ezruid, we're gonna have to make damn sure they don't do it to you guys as well.
Right. I wish she said more what exactly happened to Ezeret.
Yeah. Of all the times for her to be vague, she really picks the time when her life is on the line? I'll
Guess
never
she's-
understand that woman.
I guess she's just as edgy as Virgil.
Pretty much the worst.
You could roll me an insight, Veritas, if you want.
Insight. Oh.
22. Yeah, you get the sense that she wasn't being vague. She wasn't being vague to be vague. She genuinely doesn't know.
So what you're telling me is that she wasn't doing the edgy talk.
I mean, she was, but that's just kind of because that's her default emotion. But what I'm saying is,
Hey.
is that she wasn't being vague to fuck with you. She was being vague because she has nothing else to fill in the gaps.
Yeah. Super edgy girl. Gotcha.
Champions of a feather.
I like how her default emotion is edge. It's an emotion now.
It's a racial trait, okay?
That makes too much sense. Okay, let's do this thing, I guess.
Question now. Do we go in guns blazing without the guards?
Without the guards.
We already told the guards that we were doing this, right? Kind of weird to change the plan.
Yeah. I mean, it would potentially give us a little bit more of an edge since we'd be less conspicuous that way, but since they do already know that we're coming one way or another, I don't know if it would be 100% worth it.
Okay.
He will lead the way out to rendezvous with our squadron.
Alright.
Tally-ho.
You were told to meet at the Blackstaff Tower. Is that where you were heading?
Yep.
All right. You head on over to the Blackstaff Tower, and there you see the usual guard just kind of sitting in the post. However, he seems to be chatting with an individual, another guard, but they are their armor is far more well kept. This sort of gold brass half plate and a long lance. And Eve, you instantly recognize this as one of Waterdeep's famed Griffin cavalry riders.
Whoa.
They actually have some pretty cool art.
Ooh, damn.
Fancy.
Let's see, indeed.
You got the completely useless, extreme, like high up, like one shoulder guard. I don't even know what that's for.
Intimidation factor, and maybe
well-
to keep the wind out of there.
Actually,
Prevent someone from decapitating him, I guess.
well, actually, that sort of guard is mostly used for like cavalry riders.
Okay.
Because like in one hand they would have their shield, in the one hand they'll have their lance, and they could sort of, they don't have a whole lot of maneuverability on top of a cavalry, so they'll shift to one side so that way they can be completely defended from one angle, including the
Okay.
most vital area, probably the weakest point in all the armor, is the neck.
Look at that.
Yeah,
It's
Eve does
not
the
useless.
Eve does the excited thing where she nudges everyone and points and smiling. Oh, look! That's a Griffin cavalry member. Wow, they're really elites. Is there a Griffin
There
or just the guy?
there is a griffin.
Ooh.
The sound of a Griffin. Merc.
Majestic.
Veritas mind links with the griffin.
Oh,
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings. My name's Veritas. Nice to meet you.
My name is Volo.
oh,
Hello.
No relation to
Nice
the
to
author.
meet you.
It is nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you. It's just like kind of back and forth, just small talk.
Alright. As you have small talk with Volo, the cavalry rider actually turns to the rest of you. Ah, are you the adventurers that I'm waiting on?
I guess we are.
yes, sir. Does straightens up a bit.
Ah, pleasure to meet you. Senior Civiliar Garen.
Garon?
What?
Garen.
Garen.
Yes, Senior Civiliar. Which Eve, you would know is the equivalent of a captain.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir. We are, well, I guess collectively we're known as the Feywild.
Eat the Feywild?
Yeah, long story.
That's our band name.
It's kind of a work in progress.
Definitely works better as a band name. Although, who am I to say? I've met a lot of the weird naming adventures. Some of them are just boring. At least yours turns heads.
Yeah, better to be weird than boring, I'd say.
In any case, I'm supposed to escort you guys to Temple of Gond to give you some authority.
Right. Yes. 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 She mentioned that we would have some guards with us. Do you have subordinates that will also be coming?
Yeah, it'll just be me. Volo.
Oh,
And Vol.
And Volo, yeah. Oh, you know.
cool, gotcha.
You.
He's a great conversationalist.
You don't exactly look like a druid or a ranger. But, you know his name.
We are very grateful to have you along, sir. If you don't mind my asking, what happened to having other guards? Was no one else available, or what happened there?
Well, it was kind of a question of quality or quantity. And given that, for the most part, just making sure that the clerics stand aside while you investigate, authority and quality seem to be the order of the day. So you got me.
Question DM. You said that the Temple of Inspired Hands is a block away?
From the Blackstaff Tower, it's actually a couple of blocks away.
How long do you think it would take to get over there?
It's probably like a 10-15 minute walk.
Okay, cool. I think this is the best time than any. This will help us all out. Veritas,
What will help us?
you see everyone feels this wave of psychic energy for a second as these links come out, tying everyone, Volo included, as uses 6. No, wait. How many is it? 5 sorcery points to. Actually, yeah, 5 sorcery points for the cast of Psychic Bond, erase Psychic Bond, and an additional sorcery point to double the duration to 2 hours.
Okay.
What was that?
And now everyone hears in their heads Veritas' voice. We're on a mission. A shapeshifter is has control over the Tower of Inspired Hands. We're hoping that any civilians and clerics there that are unaware of the situation can be escorted out safely as we deal with the threat. Any confusion of a shapeshifter blending into any of us, we have a code word, pancake, in order to define us as not the shapeshifter in question. His psychic bond will be held up for the next few hours. Contact is as simple as a thought.
Definitely not a druid.
A small addendum to your statement, Veritas. We would much rather none of the clergy be escorted out, as we are dealing with a shapeshifter, and it would be all too easy for them to sneak out with the crowd if we were to simply remove them from the premises.
So, detain them inside and just make sure that they're not getting in your way.
And
Thirdly.
stay on your guard, lest the shapeshifter strike out at you from an unexpected angle.
You or Vola will be able to call out to us. Also, for everyone else, Volo, as Volo can now properly talk with the rest of them.
Yes. Hello.
How's it going, Volo?
Greetings. A pleasure to speak with all of you. My vocal cords are not fit for your tongue. Only speak the majestic language of eagles. Which is a language. It actually is a language in 5th edition D&D.
What is 5th edition?
I don't know.
It's D&D. Before
So
this
does that
gets
mean-
too meta. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm taking it further. I'm sorry.
Does that mean you can just talk to eagles anytime you want?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Wonderful language.
Lovely, truly. I've been doing this so much, so I feel really bad about this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a shapeshifter related session.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're gonna be suspicious of everything and everyone.
Uh-huh.
I
And
do
ever since-
inciting Volo.
Oh, you know, I probably should do that as well, but no, I'm mainly concerned with Mr. Garen right now. Because that just seems oddly convenient.
Okay.
May I? I'm so sorry.
Go for it. $24. That's pretty good. Eve?
Hmm?
Just a regular dude.
Oh. Okay.
But what about Volo?
Volo? He's a regular bird.
That
I'd be
tracks.
concerned if Volo was a regular bird.
Volo's oddly knowledgeable for a bird, but he is going under the assumption that a shapeshifter can't shift into an animal necessarily. Okay. Alright, so now we're all up to speed on the plan in her head. So, let's get in there. And everybody be careful. Keep an eye out. Oh, to Garen and Bolo, I guess. It's to everyone. Guys, you should know that the last time we encountered this shapeshifter, they were in the form of a dragonborn? A silver dragonborn, right? Am I misremembering that?
Bronze.
Bronze. Bronze dragonborn. Probably won't be in that form. They also took the form of Haskell, a pale lady with white hair and some snazzy clothes. And they probably know we're coming. So, be careful. Ambushes are not, out of the question.
Gotcha. And as for the bronze dragonborn, that sounds like what, Valletta?
Yeah, that's what she said her name was. You know her?
Well, she's more or less the speaking high priestess for the Temple of Gond. Not the high priest, but like, you know, like right under that. The person that actually does like sermons and stuff.
Oh. Okay, do you know how long she's been around?
Not really sure.
Or at least how long you can remember her being around?
Definitely several years at least.
Okay, alright. So it's
He's
probably...
was taken by a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
I would just like to mention this is probably the most awkward thing for like the watch guard looking at us, all just start staring at each other, not saying a word.
Once in a while, just a vein pulses in our forehead.
Clench our jaws.
Even the griffin is in on it and staring back and forth between us like a tennis match. Does the watch guy seem suspicious? I'm just kidding.
Turns out that was the only guy that was actually suspicious.
Oh my god, I would.
You'll never know, because I rolled a nat 20 on his check.
Oh my
He is the greatest poker player of all time.
god. Unfazed.
He's just reading his magazine.
He's seen much weirder shit as a watchman to the Blackstaff Tower.
This is just
In all
a
fairness,
Tuesday.
God Circle's suspicious of all figures of authority.
Fair.
Uh-huh.
Okay, are we all ready?
I'm ready.
Oh,
As
let's go.
will ever be.
Then, let's go.
All right. You make your way over to the Temple of Gond with...
Oh. Sorry. I'll cast See Invisibility as we're getting close.
Okay. Can't see invisibility.
Wait, I still have that, right? Hang on.
No.
And just doing a bit of management here, Veritas will convert a 4th level spell slot into 4-point sorcery points.
Okay. You approach the Temple of Gond, the spire-like structure that covered in the cogs and gears, and you approach the gate to the courtyard, and immediately it's different than yesterday as you notice it is open.
Ventilated to everyone else. Looks like they're ready for us.
Yeah. That's great. Wonderful. Very hospitable. Everyone keep your eyes peeled.
All right. You see ahead of you the actual front door to the temple, but the ground floor of the temple actually kind of curves around a bit. In the center of the courtyard, you actually see that there's a large fountain. Maybe I should just take you all to the map.
Where nothing bad is gonna happen.
Ooh. How you liking the new doors and windows, Max?
We'll find out. We'll find out together. Over here is where the front door is, the main doors to the main temple. But you can notice right off the bat that there seems to be a side door over here as well. And who knows, maybe there are doors around the corner and other places.
Expecting the absolute worst to come through, Veritas gets himself ready as he will cast a 4th level false life on himself.
So is there no one out and about, or is it
Yep.
filled with normal?
You don't see anyone.
Oh.
Okay, so do they expect us to go through the front? They expect us to try to sneak in?
Are there windows?
You see, like, kind of like stained windows that are kind of like high on the sides of the side of this wall here.
The kinds of windows that are not meant to be open.
Not meant to be open or meant to be seen through.
can
Doesn't mean
break
you
people
can't.
inside.
Now, I know that all of you are suspecting the worst, given your preparations. But there could also be some innocent people inside.
They're good, yeah.
There's
Maybe
a high
even
likelihood that both visible doors could be trapped.
right.
So we'll just be real careful with whatever door we open.
Looking up, are there any windows at the top of like the tower portion or anything like that?
You
Balcony?
you see the balcony that's up there.
Eve will point up to it and say, we could just go straight up there.
That's true. We gotta.
Return back to Volo, like,
You can fly, right? Wings aren't just for show.
The Volo looks at you, sizes you up. Yes, I can fly.
Cool.
Can't fly
Uh,
all of you at once.
Well, maybe Tia could help.
I also can only fly one person at a time.
Hmm.
If
Volo, how many people do you think you could accommodate? Is Chalabi in humanoid form or weapon form?
for this, she actually came in humanoid form.
Okay.
Well, I can make myself smaller.
We can give others the ability to fly, but it would be a taxing spell.
or just hear me out here. What if one of us goes to the balcony, one of us goes to the front door, and one goes to the side door?
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh yeah,
You know,
allow them surrounded.
I keep hearing adventurers say this thing called "Don't split the party." I don't know what it means, but it sounds like that's what you're trying to do here.
Well, it sounds like a phrase boring people use.
Yeah, I guess
We'll
that's
be in
fair.
constant contact.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
won't be separated.
You know, that's a good point.
That was a joke, to be fair. Let's not do that.
Oh, I was being serious.
Oh, God.
But we should probably do something, whatever we do, instead of just standing here.
Yeah. Volo, how many of us do you think you could carry?
Yeah, probably one at a time.
Just one? Oh, okay. Even if one was a smaller person than average?
It's not really about weight. I carry around someone in full armor all day. It's more about space. There's not enough space behind my wings.
Ah, that's fair.
Gotta leave room for me to flap.
Right. Couldn't grab someone with your claws?
You wouldn't find that pleasant.
Glancing down at the razor sharp talons. Yeah, that's fair.
Alright. If both of the mocks transform temporarily into their weapon forms, Bosch can ride Tia, Garen can ride Volo, and we can get us up in the air. For Eve and we.
Okay, that sounds good.
This way, hopefully, we'll avoid the most potential traps. Wait, though, Garen, weren't you gonna hang out down here and prevent anyone from leaving?
Well, I thought I was gonna help you guys get inside the front door, but sounds like you guys have your own way in.
Oh, sorry.
It's just what happens when you work with adventurers. They usually have their own ideas of what's going on.
I'm starting to feel a little attacked, but I mean, I guess that's a fair point.
Feel free to try the front door if the fancy strikes you.
As you say that, you hear a creaking from the front door.
Oh no,
Oh God, run away.
we stood around too long.
And you see the snout of a bronze dragonborn poke out. Can I help you?
Garen, you wanna go do your thing?
Right. And he will stride on confidently. And will begin conversating with the Dragonborn. Do the rest of you join in or not?
Now's our chance.
Eve's gonna start appearing to casually stroll in the direction of the fountain.
Gazarkul taps her shoulder, casting Fly at 4th level. And he also casually walks with her until they're around the corner and then yeets into the air.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
go.
Bosh. Veritas sword. You notice appear, or see the form of Veritas disappear as Veritas sword appears on your back.
Okay.
It's the same great sword that he transforms into when you have used him in the past.
Alright.
Just, 3 weapons are better than 2.
Can I have Veritas make a perception check?
Love it.
11. Okay.
Don't like that.
You soar up into the air with your various abilities, carrying all who you can up to the balcony at the top level. Inside, you see a workshop, cluttered and clustered with various different things. You don't see any person in here, but you do see that construct. This hulking, huge, menacing thing. And you...
Fully built?
You said built... Did you mean completely built? As a question?
Yeah.
From outside, you can't tell.
Okay.
There is still like there's still a door in front of you leading back into the balcony.
Can we tell if the construct is lying down on a table like Eve originally saw, or if it's like standing up?
It appears to be like standing, but like sulking. Like it's not on, but it's, like a powered down state, but still on its 2
Gotcha.
legs.
When Eve looked in with clairvoyance, it was on the table, right? Not standing?
It actually was standing.
Oh, shit.
I'm not sure if I actually described its position when you first looked.
Gotcha. Okay.
I suppose if I use magic awareness, the construct is glowing brightly.
There are things that block your magical awareness, right?
Let me see. The text doesn't say that. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover.
It is technically behind total cover. The window and the glass doors do provide total cover, technically.
Okay. Oh, I suppose then, is there anything magic on the outside of the wall within 30 feet?
You do sense magic. The door is magical.
Ooh, fun.
And you sense abjuration.
So maybe be careful with the door. Some kind of magic business protection.
What about the window?
About the window.
The window.
Or is there a window?
Well, there are like various like windows and such kind of providing natural light into this room. You do sense that they are magical, but you do not get any schools associated with them.
Not the same spell. The magic windows, apparently.
Oh, what you're saying is we break in from the window.
It seems safer than the door.
Yeah,
Probably.
unfortunate to damage temple property, but under the circumstances, I think this is more important.
I mean, if probably the actual priest will thank us. If someone's going in there to violate stuff and cause them to have the blame for a bunch of bad things happening.
Yeah. Gaunt will forgive us, surely. Sorry, Gaunt.
Howdy.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. How do you intend to break this glass?
Got anything to chuck?
I mean, you can toss all kinds of stuff. Javelins, maxes.
Yeah, any of those would do it, I think.
Do not throw the sword.
You sure? Just kidding with you. I'm not going to throw you.
He's dead silent.
I feel like, yeah, I think an axe would be easier to break the window. And let's go with the tradition established by Einar so long ago of tossing axes through windows.
Oh man.
Go ahead. If you want, go ahead and roll me an attack roll with what you're using.
Okay.
It worked out for Einar, so it should work out for us.
Totally. I can reckless attack, correct?
You can.
Or do I have to rage?
No, you don't have to rage.
Reckless.
You can absolutely.
Oh my God.
fucking god.
Holy shit!
Double nat 20.
Nico is dead as a
Double
doornail.
nat.
Oh no.
What? This poor window.
This. You hurl this axe. You've never hurled an axe as perfectly as this. You hurl it so perfectly that the axe embeds itself in the in the shatterproof glass.
Oh,
It's in there. The glass didn't shatter, and it's in it. Yeah. It was just gonna
Let me
bounce off, but but no, you had to double nat 20. So yeah,
go ahead and remove a hand axe from my inventory.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Had that axe for a long time. I miss it.
Does it look like there's any way to open the windows from the inside?
it does look like that there is some kind of like a mechanism that would open some of these windows, probably for ventilation.
I was thinking that, and then I realized that I don't have Mage Hand with this character.
Does.
Ah, she'll point out the opening mechanism.
Well, yes, but that is inside.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the problem.
Gazrakul is going to firebolt the window to test its heat resistance
You cast
with a beautiful 11.
with a beautiful 11. Luckily, it's glass, and it just stands there and takes it. It stands firm.
Buddy, it's glass. You have to heat it up real hot to just get it to be glass in the first place.
Oh. Well, seeing as all these things attempted have not been working, Veritas is going to try something a little more heavy duty.
Oh god.
Veritas casts a 5th level spell.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Okay. What do you cast?
Telekinesis.
Cast telekinesis. Okay. You are correct on that. Is heavy duty.
And I'm going to use the spell slot to double the duration to 20 minutes. And a object I can finally control with my telekinetic grip,
You can.
and want to try to move the mechanism that's behind there to try and open it up.
All right. You use the mechanism, and you see that these panes of glass actually they don't open. They don't like slide open. They actually kind of like a door open, except the opening is at the top.
Oh.
It seems that the window's opening seems to be for the express purpose of ventilation. Say they're working on something that's producing a lot of smoke. They can open these. However, the window is now open. Medium creatures probably can't get in it, but
I was able to.
smaller ones probably could fit in.
I was able to move it just a bit.
maybe I could slip in and open the door from the inside. Maybe then it wouldn't trigger any defensive magic.
We really need to learn Dispel, man.
Gazrakul fires up the Mizium apparatus to do
Oh my
just
gosh.
that.
Wait. I forgot. I think I have the spell magic.
No.
You also have already casted a 5th level spell to open a window.
Oh man. Well, maybe telekinesis will be useful later. It's for 20 minutes.
Don't worry, I can still cast another 5th level spell if I so wanted to.
Yeah, he's just gonna He's just gonna dispel magic on the door.
Okay, you dispel magic. Obviously, what level?
3rd.
Okay, you cast dispel magic, and I need you to not roll anything because it was a 3rd level spell.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. No,
No
there's
worries.
a list.
Literally chucking everything we have at this fucking window.
All right, you have an open window and a no longer warded door.
Okay, I think we can just walk in through the door now. Sorry.
Should we, just to be careful, should we check for like mechanical traps too?
Not a bad idea.
Gazrakul whips out a mage hand out of his. It crawls out of his sleeves and floats to the door to open it.
What? Couldn't you have used that to open the window?
You try the door, it is locked.
Oh.
The telekinesis will go from trying to unlock the window from behind.
I'm sorry, you're going to try and do what with telekinesis?
I'm assuming there's a lock on the other side of the door.
Okay. It's hard to see, so give me a perception with disadvantage. 8.
That's an 8.
You're kind of feeling around with telekinesis. It's a bit odd feeling. I'm still kind of new to this spell, having like you're good at psycho stuff and trying to connect with people's minds. Interacting with the physical world is still pretty new to you, and you can't quite find it with telekinesis, at least immediately. Perhaps if you keep trying, you'll eventually find it, but it will take some time for telekinesis.
Are we gonna have to do a walk of shame and go back down to one of the regular doors?
No, Bosh, just break it down. There's nothing stopping you now.
Except shatterproof glass?
It's a door, not the window.
Is it made of glass, though?
It's a metal door that has like framed glass in it. So,
It's metal! That's even worse!
sort of, I would say the closest thing would be it's kind of like a greenhouse door.
Veritas is trying to unlock it. Feels weird.
Is there a keyhole on the outside, or is it only like latched from the inside?
There is a keyhole.
Okay, so could break the door down. Could also try the old trick of key sword. I know they didn't always work well for us, but
Of what? What did you say?
key sword.
Oh, right! What do you think,
Right.
Veritas?
Break it down.
Da 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 da. Veritas will transform into Key Sword.
Okay.
Oh god.
Good.
Josh will raise key sword above his head, and then carefully try to insert key sword into the lock.
All right, roll your Dex plus proficiency, Veritas.
Okay. +4.
It's top 20. Rummaging around, you managed to unlock the door. Yes.
Oh my god.
Doors, our most fearsome enemy.
If you ever need to pad out your session, just place one locked door in front of your party, Hell, don't even put it in front of your party. Put it way to the side, away from the front door, and just
I'm dying.
don't go
I'm
to
dying.
it. Let's just go to the locked door.
Any party without a rogue is absolutely doomed.
Yep.
There's a reason why I made it so that Veritas could be a key sword. Anyway, here you are. You're inside.
Veritas, how much do you think you could move with your telekinesis?
A lot. Still getting the hang of it, though.
Might we suggest you chuck this construct as far as you can? Just yeet it.
By the way, have you gotten any psychic messages with Garen or Volo?
You sure haven't.
Oh,
It's been a while, and you haven't heard anything from them.
I'm assuming we've been saying everything we've been saying through the link, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've been assuming.
Creepily staring at each other with no sound.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you haven't heard anything from Garen or Volo. But as you enter the room, I would like everyone to roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
Okay. As you enter the room, you immediately all get assaulted with the smells of a workshop. You know, grained wood, the smell of oil. But there's one smell that's underneath all of it. One smell that reminds Eve, Bosch, and Veritas the most. Especially Eve and Veritas. You smell rotten eggs. The smell of sulfur. And the three of you think back to some of the earlier days that you were adventuring in, and the last time you smelled this underlying sulfurous smell. And you remember Gnome Garden. Do I need to further extrapolate, or?
It wasn't the Oblex, was it?
It was.
Oh shit.
Isn't there a thing that was worse than the Oblex, or that came later?
There
I
was.
think
that
that
thing
was
didn't-
later.
That was later.
That was later.
You know, the thing that almost killed us all.
Yes.
Yes. It was the Oblex that had the sulfurous smell to it. But that is what this is reminding you of, and also having your minds thinking to shapeshifters.
Oh, shite. Could this be an Oblex we're dealing with?
From what we remember, was the Oblex like... Was it intelligent?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of individual figures that were moving around acting like they were regular people.
Oh no. Garen. Garen, are you there? Are you hearing this? There might be multiple shapeshifters down there. Be careful of any of the people down there. Are you hearing this?
You get no response.
Garen? Volo?
Nothing.
Oh no.
Scorched earth, burn it all down.
We can't burn down the whole temple!
Oh, we surely can.
Veritas will try to pick up the machine that
How how heavy can telekinesis pick up?
1,000 pounds.
Okay, I need to do some math. And the math is telling me that as your telekinetic grip latches on to this thing, this mental monstrosity. Firstly, give me a. Are you you're proficient in perception? Yes, no?
No, I'm not.
You're not? Then give me a flat charisma check.
Okay.
21. As you grip onto this thing, firstly, it is too heavy for you to lift with your telekinesis. And secondly, it just had a bit too much give when you squeezed it.
Oh no.
And as you're touching it with your telekinetic grip, you feel a sort of psychic static there. A familiar psychic static.
Getting resistance from this thing. It's
Um,
not just it.
So we're gonna toss it out the window, right? Maybe I can help.
Bash. I don't think this thing is just a weird metal thing. It has weird give to it. And there's this psychic resistance surrounding it.
Shite! Everybody get away from it! Where in the room is it, by the way?
It's in the middle.
Okay. That sounds way too similar to what we saw before in Gnome Garden. I don't think we have to think about if we were in time before it got finished building or not. I think we unload on it right now.
Oz walks up and puts a acid chromatic orb directly into its chest, point blank.
Roll to hit.
Alright, let me cast this at the right level.
You're brave for walking up.
I know, the wizard.
Misty step,
Holy
baby,
shit.
if I need it.
A natural,
Point blank range,
a
hard to
natural
miss.
20.
Hell yeah.
Impressive. As you watch the acid sizzle and bubble on it, you see a red glow appear in the place where its face would be. And Veritas, you hear in your mind from that psychic static, "Hello, brother." And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Son of a
What?
bitch. It's the
Good
mock.
time.
Which one? You mean Morgana, the one we murdered?
Oh, Ezrit.
Oh, Ezra! Oh god.
So I did half damage.
As you
We do perfect crits here, so that would be even more.
We do perfect crits here. How much more would that be?
You rolled really
I did
good,
8
so
times 8, right?
It wouldn't be 8
well,
times 8. It would be 8 times 4 plus 48.
Ah, gotcha.
So that
Times 4 is so 32, and then 4 more d8. 32 plus 16 is 48. 48 acid.
Okay. As you look upon this metal monstrosity and see seams on it begin to split, and jagged rows of teeth and tongues lash out, and it lifts up this heavy maw and shield. As you see this,
Hmm.
hold on, I have a better.
Oh no. Why do I feel like I've seen that before?
You might have. Here, I got a better one. I think.
And why does it leave me with an overwhelming sense of dread?
If it didn't, I'd be worried.
Yeah.
As you see a monstrous mock in front of you.
It needs more mouths.
No, it does not. Stop that. Oh no.
He's coming
Oh,
after you.
no.
Shalaby.
I like how all the squishiest ones of us are just right in front of it.
But yeah. Strategy.
We're good at
To be
that.
fair, there's not a whole lot of space to begin with.
That's true.
I'm just proud that we didn't, walk up and like touch this thing and try to do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You also
That would have
went.
been bad.
You also went straight to it.
Yeah. Which is great, because that means that we didn't waste resources on whatever traps were waiting for us down there.
or find.
We just used the
Or find anything that might have helped you with this.
Oh god.
I don't know,
But hey.
like someone that you've previously been really scared of fighting before. I don't know.
Oh no.
Finch is in the tower. Somewhere. Or in the building.
Oh, well,
She's around here somewhere. But in the meantime,
we don't need her. We'll rescue her later. We got this.
And besides, she said that she can't do anything without a weapon.
That's true. She's helpless. She's a damsel in distress.
Spellcaster, isn't she?
Shh.
okay. Gazar, cool. You have seen this thing become very much mobile after you have applied your acidic touch to it. What do you plan on doing?
With how we are right now, Gazarkul, after putting the orb in its chest, immediately slaps the ground. So this is a little weird because it's at will and I can't upcast it. Is that intentional or?
Oh, so you'll just kind of have to roll it manually, but it does cost spell slots to do it. For a reason, I'm having a hard time like figuring out how to add it to your actual spell thing. So just
No worries.
just kind of cast it as normal. I mean, it mostly just does damage. Let's see, it's Pulse Wave.
So yeah, Gazarkul slaps the ground and at 4th level casts Pulse Wave. So that's going to be okay, so 7d6.
Okay, so roll an additional d6. Alright, 3 for 28. It saves, so it's going to take half damage, I believe.
Yes. Gosh. Gaz is gonna burn the 7 portent.
The 7 portent still saves with a 20.
To roll it.
Still saves with a total of 20.
Oh my god.
That's okay. Half damage it is.
Alright, so that is going to be, 14?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
Ooh, wait. I just realized. Let me see if I can make it so you guys can see its health bar. There we go.
Yeah.
Anything else for your turn?
Does it take a full action to crush the yellow gem Eve gave them?
I think so, considering that casts a
Okay.
spell.
Yep. All right. They're going to. Golly gosh, they're gonna hate their lives for a second. But
What
that's all
happened to the
they've
Misty
got.
Step?
Well, I already cast a spell.
Oh shit.
Yep, that's it. At least their initiative roll was pretty poor.
That is the benefit to all of you. Bosh.
Yeah. Bosh will rage to start. And let me roll that d10. 2. Do.
I double
Why
checked.
do I always have a hard time?
I double checked the item is most definitely an action.
Copy that.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that is a useful one. Bosch will teleport over here, apparently. And Veritas is a regular greatsword?
Oop. Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Because you have to use like special features to be a +1 weapon.
Actually, you became a +1 weapon a while ago, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you did change it so he was a +1 weapon when used. It was a while ago.
Yeah, I think back when you were in Neverwinter,
Yeah.
that happened.
Okay, just fixing that real quickly. As Bosch will attack with Veritas. I was holding you, right?
You had me on your back, or I was on your back.
Oh, okay.
But you can definitely draw him out if you wanted to.
For sure.
Mm,
Choose your weapon.
Yeah.
okay.
No mock cuts a mock like a mock.
That's the thing is, Cizurat knows about Veritas and might directly target him. But let's not do that. Let's use the Dragon Tamer Lance then, apparently. Attacking not reckless, because fuck that. For 17.
17 just hits.
Sweet.
Oof.
Yeah.
Any charges?
I think we'd better. Yeah, so let's give him... I forget what resistances he had, but let's give him fire and see what happens.
Alright. You stab in and you find resistance. In this sort of amorphous mock body is still in, sharp metal steel plates, and you find that your weapon does not do as much damage as you would like.
Okay. And even with the magical weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Just double check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fun. I mean, there's not much else that I can switch it out with, so let me attack again with that same weapon.
19.
19. Yeah, and I think he just is gonna have to use more charges. Let's keep playing this game because it worked so well for me last time, and switch it up. I saw acid hit. Let's use acid.
Alright. The acid seems to do full.
Sweet. But I'm going to... Josh will stay there for now. We will have Tia, who, if I'm visualizing right, would still be a dragon, because she
Would be, because
flew me up
yeah,
there.
she helped you fly you up there, so she is a dragon right now.
So Tia is going to swoop over Eve a little bit and attack.
13 will miss.
Oh, it's a miss. And the
24 will
claws.
hit.
24. Okay.
As she rakes her claws across the surface, her claws do not count as magical and deal no damage.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Oh no.
Fuck.
I think
No
that's
damage.
all Dia's got. Yeah.
That's bad. That is bad.
Yes, immune to non-magical damage.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But I do believe that concludes your turn.
Correct.
All right, Eve.
Okay. Eve is going to stand her ground, take a stance, put bow to strings, and start off by casting Bane. She plays a discordant memory of this thing. That's a charisma save.
Charisma save. Alrighty then. That is a 14.
That fails!
Alright, baned.
Okay. And the discordant melody shifts into a hopeful, uplifting one as she will use her Rod of the Rose to inspire 4 of us now, since proficiency bonus is higher.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to give some bardic inspiration to Bosch, Veritas, Gazrakul, and Chelavi, because she's squishier.
Okay.
Thank you.
And she's going to stand her ground.
Can you post Bane for me real quick? I want to see.
Sure.
Is it
Subtracts a d4 from attack rolls and saving throws.
okay? I want to know if the ability checks were part of that. Okay.
I put little flags on you to mark that you're inspired. Any movement?
Nope, I don't want to die. So I'm just going to stand here instead of getting an opportunity attack.
Fair. Alright. That's going
I do. Wait, do we still have flying speed?
Assuming Gazrakul will maintain concentration.
Yep.
Okay, good to know for future reference. Gonna stay here for now, though.
Alright.
You don't want to fly up into the sky?
I mean, I guess I could, but
I'll put some clocks and
Eh.
stuff.
Okay.
Alright, that's gonna make it Chelavi's turn. Chelavi is going to reach out and attempt to inflict wounds since they're so close. That'll hit. 24. Dealing 3d10. Okay. 14 points of necrotic damage, and you watch as this damage also seems to be taken in full. As Chelavi reaches forward and attempts to degrade some of this metal that is binding Ezra together. Just gonna look to the rest of you. So, are we just going to fight him in here?
do you have another suggestion?
Not really.
Then I guess so.
And with that, it's Ezra's turn. Ezret will take his first attack. Let's see. All of you have heard him a lot. One of you in particular heard him quite a bit. So, yeah, he's going to take his first attack against Gazrakul.
Okay.
With the D4 minus D4.
Minus D4. Although it's not looking good for you already. Missed the dice box. Alright. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That'll do it.
Cutting. Is it too late for cutting words?
If you want to,
Cutting words.
go for it. 11.
That misses.
Okay.
Screech of the violin strings to distract it.
All right. It'll try again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a 13 to hit.
Shield.
All right. And as the hammer comes down and clangs against your shield, that is its turn. All right, Veritas.
Ezeret, stop this. I need a intelligence save from him.
Intelligence save. It's only 12.
He will fail as a Rolatham Psychic Lance hits him.
Okay.
Dealing 26 psychic damage, and you know the drill with this spell.
I do know the drill with this spell, but you watch as the psychic energy impales him, and you see the monster clutch its head. Ezra is screaming. He is vulnerable to psychic damage. However, he unleashes a psychic scream when he does take psychic damage.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
fine.
everyone.
Double-edged sword, it's okay.
I require everyone to make an intelligence save.
I'm good at those.
I'm not good at those.
And is this a spell effect?
No.
Okay. What is the plus 8 even worth?
It doesn't have to do with being frightened, does it?
No.
Well,
Shelby saves.
yay.
Everyone, so she's going to take half damage, and is she resistant? I can't remember if she's resistant or not. She's not. Okay. So everyone's
Wait, I
going
can apply
Hmm?
inspiration to
Saving.
saving throws, can I?
You can.
You can.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. I hate everything.
That is unfortunate. So everyone's going to take 15 psychic damage.
Okay, I'll reduce that to 7.
All right. And I require Eve and Gazrakul to make Constitution saving throws for your spells.
D82.
I also have
I
to make
hate
one.
everything.
All right, for telekinesis.
Yes.
There goes Bane.
Oh wait, I have advantage. Because of Warcaster. I think I took Warcaster, didn't
Did you? You tell me.
I sure did.
Roll again.
Oh my god,
That
never
is-
mind.
That is exactly what you need.
Really?
Yeah, no, you took
Yeah.
you took 15. It wasn't more than 20, so yeah, the DC was 10.
Whew,
So-
thank you,
Yeah, it's-
Warcaster.
So you do get to keep Bane.
Yeah.
Also, you learn that this is an unstoppable force. It is vulnerable to psychic damage, immune to being incapacitated.
Ooh.
Some give and take.
Okay. Yep, that is all I can do.
Cool. End of your turn. Legendary action.
Oh no.
It's gonna wind up. Gazrakul, it's your turn.
Wind up?
Yep. It looks like it's winding up for a big cleave in this direction.
Oh no.
For a bonus action, Gazrakul is going to Misty Step back onto the balcony.
All right, that'll kind of put you out here.
That's fine. That looks like out of cleaving direction, unless it cleaves through the walls. And then as an action, he's going to pull out the gem and crush it.
Okay. I believe it is an elemental gem and a yellow one that will summon an earth elemental.
I thought it was.
Hmm?
Never mind, maybe I misremember.
Yeah, it was yellow.
Okay.
Alright. Let me find an earth elemental.
No worries.
Where are you putting it?
Right where he was.
They are
Geeg.
Oh,
they are on the geek side.
wherever it'll fit then. Crowd the
The
room.
thing is that it could go there because Eve is small, and they can, and because Eve is small, because there's a 2 size category difference, they can share the same space.
Okay.
Eve stands between its legs.
Alright.
But even
It's
say
mad.
that Eve has cover?
I actually could say that, which will be really important, because are you ending your turn, Gosrakul?
Does it follow my commands, or is it a separate turn thing?
It seems to work like the Contra Elemental spell. You need to roll initiative for it.
This is one of the
Although,
old spells.
This is one of the old spells. I'm going to update and say that it goes after you in initiative.
Alrighty.
Because
It's better that way.
it's just better, cleaner. It obeys any verbal commands you issue to it, no action required. And if you
Alright,
don't issue any commands, it'll just defend itself, but otherwise take no actions.
Alright. He's just gonna tell it to kill the thing.
Okay,
Kill the mock.
kill the mock.
Please specify which mock.
Oh god.
Oh, well, I don't know. That might be best left to interpret the monstrous mock for now. Although there is a juicy smaller one right next to it, but that's a later priority.
Okay, so after your turn, it is the Earth Elemental's turn, and Gosrakul, can you roll me 2d20 to roll for its attacks?
I can do that.
Cool, those both hit. Earth Elementals deal bludgeoning damage, and they're not magical.
Well, great.
Oh, damn it.
It's a cover for Eve, though.
It certainly
Yay.
is, which is a good thing, because Eve, I need a dexterity saving throw. And I need a dex save from the Earth Elemental, too.
I doubt that's gonna go well.
How much cover are we talking? Is this like half cover?
This is half cover. So you get a plus
So-
plus
Good, because I'm not rolling great.
So that's a +2 to your dex save.
That's not a lot.
Chelavi rolled a natural 1.
No!
It has a +2 on Dex, so it's a 5.
Yeah. Let's see. As the hammer swings across, Gazrakul, you just barely watch as this thing cleaves through the wall that you had some trouble getting through just moments ago. Eve, you take no damage,
Oh, shit, okay.
but Chelavi and the Earth Elemental are going to take 26 points of damage. Unfortunately, this does bypass the Earth Elemental's resistances. Alright, Bosch.
Okay. Can we say that Asha and Tia are acting somewhat simultaneously?
Sure.
Considering that Tia can't hurt this thing, I was hoping she could help. Thinking like Tia flies over and tries to grab onto the shield to help Bosch get a strike in.
I'll say yes.
Okay. So she will fly kind of overhead. Bosch will attack with advantage. .28 to hit.
That'll hit.
And let's use more of that acid damage.
Alright.
And he tries to go in for another stabby stab. That's just a 13.
A 13, unfortunately, will miss.
And at the end of that, he goes and ends up over there.
Alright.
It was my turn.
Tia used the help action. So, Eve.
Okay.
Veritas? I mean, do you come along with me when I teleport?
If you're still...
He counts as an item on your person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, so yeah.
Okay. Eve wants to get offensive and realizes that clustering is a bad idea anyway. So Eve's gonna sidle around this thing. Question. The space directly below the one I'm on, does that count as a space that can be stood in? If you climb on the shelves, maybe?
For a small creature like yourself, yes.
Okay, then Eve's gonna take a risk. First, Eve's gonna give Bardic Inspiration, because who knows if she'll be conscious to do this afterward. Who didn't have one? Well, Gaz used theirs, so she'll give it to Gaz again.
Thanks.
Alright. Got Bardic.
And now she will climb the shelves to try and get out of range of this thing.
Okay. Anything else?
It has a long range, doesn't it? Okay. Well, yeah, she's gonna then cast Chromatic Orb at 4th level. And she's seen people doing acid damage to it, so that's what she's gonna do as well.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Y'all are rolling
Holy shit.
hot.
So how does this work with the perfect crits again?
So 6 times 8 plus 37.
Holy shit, that roll was super hot too.
Yeah, it was. That's gonna be
85?
Holy shit, are you kidding me?
No, I don't think so.
No,
That's
no, not a...
that's damage.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, as Eve just blasts the hell out of this thing.
You watch part of it just slaw off from this enormous blast of acid coming from you, Eve.
Emotions pass over her face very rapidly, from shock to excitement to, oh god, oh no. She realizes that she's made herself a target. That's my turn.
Sure has. At the end of your turn, it will take its last legendary action and take a swing at the ground.
Oh,
I'm sure this is fine.
oh god. Oh no.
That's gonna hit. I need everyone to make a dex save, except for Gazrakul.
Lit, but I will roll for the elemental.
And actually, no, Eve's. Yeah.
Are the shelves
elemental
going
gonna
down
die.
too?
Do I make a dex save, or does Bosch make it for me?
Since you got to teleport with him, Bosch is gonna make it for you.
Okay.
All right.
Let me get the one for Tia. Although she is flying?
She does have a fly speed, so actually she doesn't need to make it.
Okay.
Shelby fails. Anyone who got less than a 15 takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the floor crumbles beneath you, and you all drop to the next floor.
Oh boy.
Times.
Is this the ground floor or?
This is not the ground floor.
Okay.
You're kind of in the midpoint of the tower here. That's going to be your turn, Eve, yes?
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah, so Chelavi. Chelavi looks bad.
Oh no.
And she has some psychic damage she can do, but that'll probably not end well for her. So I think she's just going to go for the inflict wounds again. And that just barely hits. Okay. Dealing a good chunk of damage. And she's going to kind of maneuver around to here. And with that, that's going to be the Mock's turn. Ezret. You hit it real hard, Eve.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I need a con save, because you did take some damage. DC's 10, though.
When did I take damage?
From the fall.
Ground
I thought you said I took
collapse.
0 damage.
I might have misspoke. So it was 7 if you got less than a 15, 3 if you made it.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
That's my bad.
oh, that changes a lot. Okay,
That's my bad. That one was for half damage.
I will make a con save as well.
You're fine, Veritas. You have advantage.
I get advantage because Warcat. Great.
10's what you need.
Oh, that's right, it is. Woo!
Warcasts are coming in clutch. You get to keep Bang.
Oh yeah.
But it is
Awesome.
But Bane will not save you. That is.
Are you sure about that?
Oh,
Let's see.
I am Silvery Barbs
you are silver
on the attack.
You're silvery barbsing. That's good because that was a natural 19 on the die.
Ooh.
That's cocked. Okay, that's going to make it an 18 to hit.
Shield.
Shield. Okay. Goes in for another swing on you, Eve. 24 to hit.
Hang on, let me math. That's 17 plus 5. Less than 24, I think.
It's 22.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. It finally gets to hit something with a natural attack roll. Guess we're mitigating that.
Was that including Bane?
It was including
Was
Bane.
that including Bane?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a really good roll in the Bane roll, but yeah. And then I roll like garbage for damage. Dice are in love with you guys tonight.
Great, love it.
But that's
No complaint.
But that's still going to do, even with the bad roll on damage, that's going to be 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit, that's a bad roll.
That is a bad roll.
Hang in there, Eve.
And I need a concentration check.
Yeah, as she staggers.
DC 11. Bane fails.
Shit.
Don't worry. I'm giving you advantage on your next attack. Saving throw or ability check.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, Veritas, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Well, I'm going to do something that possibly is not the greatest idea. I'm gonna need a strength check from your boy Ezeret.
Strength.
So they have to make a ability check, and it is going to be contested against my spellcasting ability.
Okay.
Ooh.
Got a 15. So sorry.
Wait, inspiration. I'm gonna add an additional.
D8.
What was it? A D8 to it,
Okay.
Nice.
or an 18.
18. That'll beat it. What are you trying to do?
As this is telekinesis, I can restrain a target that is huge or smaller.
Okay. The mock is now.
I can't lift it, but I can restrain it still.
You can still hold it.
Stop it, Ezeret.
You just get that psychic static kind of ringing in your ears. Anything else?
No, as it's all on you guys.
Alright. Legendary action. Let's go. You're. It's.
How you want to?
It's coming for you. It wants you. It knows where you are. But you are being held. I'm going to say it. I mean, it already has disadvantage from being restrained. But it's still rolled really high. I'm going to say you have 3/4 cover. So
Okay,
so a plus 5 to AC.
I have a 15 AC now.
cutting words. May I?
It won't be enough. Or, Veritas, do you know shield?
Nope.
It won't be
Oh.
enough.
Fuck.
Yeah, because it was a 23 to hit on the disadvantage.
Shit.
Well, I just rolled the number of the beast on damage.
Oh.
So that's going to be 26 bludgeoning damage to you, Veritas.
Okay. And maintaining concentration.
Absolutely.
Easily.
But did still get a
will not stop.
Did still get a swing in. All right, that's gonna make it Gaz's turn. Gaz, you have managed to avoid the collapse of the top of the first floor, the top floor. I mean, kind of looking down, you can see everyone still fighting this thing on the lower levels.
I was so hoping Veritas would keep this thing restrained, because as Gazrakul sees it having trouble moving, they yell out something foul and abyssal, pointing at it as they cast Immolation.
Okay. Is it just damage?
Let me display it. It's my new 5th level.
It burns for the spell's duration.
All right. So it takes 32 now, and then
6 or the 4d6 later.
Yes. At the end of each of its
At
turn,
the end
target
of its
repeats the
turn,
saving.
repeats the save, takes that damage. Okay.
And if it's killed by that, it turns to ash. That sounds great.
That's what we want to do to them.
All right. As you do this, you realize it's resistant to fire too.
Damn.
That's okay as long as it keeps burning.
All right. End of your turn.
Did it fail the save?
Oh, it failed. It can't make the save. It's restrained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it auto fails if it's restrained. I'm pretty sure.
I think it just has disadvantage.
Yeah, I think it's disadvantage.
Is it just disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm thinking of stunned. Yeah.
Paralyzed also is that.
Rolled a 5. It failed.
Okay. So 16 fire damage to start.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to. It's going to slam the ground again.
Oh no.
Yep.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Yeah, soft 20 hits the ground.
Oh shit.
Another round of dex saves.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Well, shit.
This round is going to be 9 damage of falling damage.
We can't destroy the Temple of Gond, Eve says. Gond will never forgive us, Eve says.
Hey, we didn't do it.
All right.
Alright. As you all now fall down into the main chamber area of the temple. Seems to be the procession area. And here on this layer, you see someone waiting for you to arrive.
Ah,
It's about time. Garbage on initiative.
Is she tied up? Probably.
Nope.
this is not the
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Right. So that was Gauss's turn for immolation.
Yes.
Just gonna make it Bosch's turn.
Bosch just fallen badly on his ankles, but absorbs the damage pretty well. He's going to stab recklessly at this.
You don't need to reckless
Oh, I don't need to
It's
reckless?
restrained.
because it's restrained.
Okay, let's just not do that then. 28. And yeah, that's continuing to pour in acid damage. And one more strike for maximum stab. 27 to hit.
Absolutely.
It's again acid damage. And at the end of the turn, Tia will gracefully fly down. And there we go. Oh. If I can have her be about there. Tia's going to spend an action to polymorph back into humanoid form because it looks like Elavi is about to drop, and maybe some others are not doing so.
As you look over to Chelavi, they are lying on the ground and have not gotten back up from falling.
Oof. Okay. Well, if she makes it another round, maybe Tia can help.
Since Tia moved a little bit closer to the door, can Tia roll a perception check for me?
Yeah.
Ooh. 22. Tia hears a sound of metal procession coming from the hallway. Like a clanking, like think of like a march in step, but very metallic.
Okay.
All right. At the let's see, it did that. It did that. It's gonna swing on the earth elemental. It's kind of upset with it. Yeah, that is.
What did Rocky Boy ever do to him?
Annoyed him.
Rocky Boy's expendable. This is fine. But if it wants to hit Chelavi while she's down, that's cool too.
It's gonna deal 32 magical bludgeoning damage. And with that, that'll make it Eve's turn.
Okay, question. To drink a potion of healing is an item interaction or a bonus action or what?
Bonus.
For you to drink it,
it's
a bonus action. For you to force feed it to someone is an action.
Okay. Well, Eve was getting ready to blast this thing again, but seeing that Chelavi hasn't gotten back up, she instead will kneel, grab her by the arm, and with her action, not feed her a potion of healing. Instead, she's going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Okay. Roll your heal.
for 21 points. With her bonus action, she'll drink the potion of healing herself because she had 7 hit points.
Mhm.
Alright, double digits.
Doubled your health.
Sure did. Yeah, and Eve's gonna sidestep a little bit so as not to group up as much toward Heskel, glancing over at Heskel kind of warily.
Alright. Celebi stands up, a bit woozy. Is realizing that it might be a good idea to try and get away, so we'll kind of raise her arms up and go for a spell that may or may not work. She's gonna cast Arms of Hadar, which if it fails, it'll take away its reactions. However, it's a strength save.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 17. That beats Joe.
Cutting words.
Go for it.
I'm really burning a lot of these.
No better time than the present.
8.
That turns his save and his strength save, one of his strongest stats, into a 9. So he is going to take 46 necrotic. Necrotic, and the reactions are burnt. And so
Nice.
Celebi's gonna get some distance.
Good call.
Running in the direction of the clanking
Bad call.
things, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. And does want to make sure that,
Oh, no.
that Eve is gonna be alright, so yeah, actually we'll... You know what? She'll be right here.
Towards the safety of Heskel.
Yes.
Yeah. Eve, who had specifically backed off to avoid clumping, just glances over at her in exasperation.
Trying to get away from Ezra. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Ezra's turn. Ezra's got a lot of targets. No one hit him especially hard, although I think Bosch was the one that actually hit him. So I think this will come at you, Bosch.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 26 to hit.
With disadvantage?
It'll be a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
26 bludgeoning, reduced to 13.
Okay.
You are so lucky that with the disadvantage, because you avoid a natural 20 in favor of an 18.
18's armor class.
All right. $27 bludgeoning, also reduced to 13.
Cool.
And that'll be its turn. Veritas.
Disadvantage dex save at the end of its turn.
Disadvantage dex save. That's
Immolation.
Immolation. I don't think... Yeah. Roll a 14.
Yep, 16 is the DC, so I'll do a quick 46. So 15 half to
7.
7.
Okay. So this is a problem, guys. This is a huge problem.
Hmm?
Will you kill another?
Uh, I hate the way you said it like that.
How else was I gonna say it?
God fucking damn it. I swear, if this...
I mean, if you eat him, is it really killing him?
That's even worse.
That's just
sorry.
cannibalism.
I mean, it might
know
be
anything about
shape-changing
that.
monsters, but I'd like to hope we're better than that. Veritas. Veritas will take out his wand of shooting, his stick of shooting stars. And he'll cast it at 6th level.
Whoa.
Big guiding bolt. Here it comes.
And it has advantage because he's restrained.
Sure does. 25 hits.
26. Okay, 26 radiant damage.
That was not a good roll.
No, it wasn't.
Like, straight up, that just wasn't a good roll. The blast impacts Ezrit, and you see that kind of single mote of red light, and you see it sort of fading a little bit, and you can see now that many parts have been slawed off, that beneath a lot of the metal plating, you see that glowing red gem that you remember from the scythe that Eskel carried.
Stop, Ezeret. That isn't Haskell. This needs to stop.
I know it's not Haskell. Uh-oh. 24 hits you, right, Eve?
Mm-hmm.
Cutting words.
Oh shit. Oh well. That wouldn't be enough anyway. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, silvery
math.
barbs.
Silvery barbs.
Wrong ability. Wrong ability.
Veritas takes a level in Bard all of a sudden.
Veritas, as you hear these words in your mind, you look over and you watch as this red tendril lashes out at Eve, and you send that psychic interference, and that alerts Chelavi as well. As they roll a natural 1, Chelavi gets a free attack.
Ooh.
Oh.
Just for the situation. And hits. Slicing the tendril. And dealing a little bit of damage to them.
Eve glances gratefully between the two of them, looking like she'd been preparing for the end.
To be perfectly honest, that probably would have put you down.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Upset, the Hesco will attack Chelavi now. It's 2 attacks.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a 19 to hit Chelavi.
Oh no.
Okay, and here comes. Yeah. 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 And you watch as the second slaps Chelavi upside the head, and she collapses to the ground, unconscious again. Gaz, it's your turn.
Alright, so can Gauze from his position see the red gem, or was that just from Veritas's up close kind of thing?
It'd be extremely difficult given your vantage and your distance. Like
No worries.
it's like 60 feet away from you at this point.
Right. From on high, Gauze will point down, and in the tradition that has worked so well so far, is going to shoot down an acid chromatic orb that he should crit farm because he's dumb.
That's a lot of
That's
damage.
right, he'll take the 21.
It is a lot of damage. How do you want to kill Ezret?
Yes.
The orb of acid just goes directly through the skull, down through the bottom.
And as this glob of
So-
acid just lands all over Ezret, you can see the arms just slaw off and just start dissolving. And you see as the body just sort of shrinks and melts, and all that remains is that glowing red gem as it fades.
Ezret.
The psychic static is gone.
If he can, in the moments after, they shoot down like 3 firebolts at the gem just to shatter it.
Unfortunately, we are
Just
still in initiative.
Okay, no problem.
It's your Earth Elemental's turn. Is it going to do anything else?
Oh yeah, he'll command it to smash the gem.
Okay. He'll go over and attempt to smash the gem. Bosch.
Yeah. So I saw Heskel, in quotation marks, attack
Absolutely.
even. Yes. But yeah. Plenty of movement to get over there, but no buts. March straight up there and attack her because we don't play that. Yeah, let's be reckless. This is fine. The 28.
Absolutely hits.
How does she do with some acid damage?
About the same as anyone else.
Yeah.
Doesn't like the piercing either.
Yeah. And again for 26.
Absolutely.
Let's action surge
Action surge.
for some more attacks. Advantage. 25 to hit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
17 also hits.
With 17 hits. Okay.
Another 19 points of damage.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't say, but for the last one, I'll continue adding a charge.
Okay. In one round, Eve, you watch as Heskel Kinch kind of looms over you, and then all of a sudden Bosch comes in and just rapidly stabbing. You see these red holes begin to appear in Heskel, but they don't bleed. They're just red holes. As this thing looks at you and it does not like you.
And bonus action, whip! Teleport behind her.
Unfortunately, those are stairs that lead upwards.
The stairs?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Well, whatever, I'll be there then. Slightly confusing. It's Bosch's turn, as many stabs happen.
All right.
And Elavie is down, correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna help Eve do something more on her turn, and yeah, is gonna rush over here and cure wounds. Hit points.
All right.
I think just to be prudent, because she still has movement, it will fly up the stairs to be out of a convenient line, just in case, maybe there's a lightning bolt or something.
Okay. That's going to make it Eve's turn.
Okay. Eve had been kneeling for Chelavie, but seeing her taken care of, she rises and looks to the not Heskel. Alright, your turn. And she will cast another 4th level chromatic orb, as is tradition amongst us tonight.
You have advantage.
Oh, right, thank you.
Yeah, from Silvery Barbs.
Good thing I had advantage. Who knows if that'll even hit on a 17.
17 hits. 17 just hits.
Oh, thanks, Veritas.
Oprah.
28 acid damage to the face.
How do you want to do it?
Oh, man. Seeing the holes, the red holes that are just not bleeding and are just open there like Swiss cheese, she just kind of tilts her head, and when she casts her orb, she kind of elongates it, so it's kind of a long spray from top to bottom that would cleave her in half, with acid damage burning at the edges.
And as this acid begins to melt this already melting person, you watch as the form of Haskell Kench kind of dissolves into this red goo, and this disgusting rotten egg sulfur smell kind of pours into the room as the Elder Oblex is dead.
Oh.
In one round.
Damn,
Love
poor buddy.
it.
Chelavie stands up. Right, so they're dead. Ezra's dead. Clanking. And
Clanking.
Chelavie will kind of stand there and ready an Eldritch Blast for whatever's coming.
Rush will stow the lance and take a bit to pull out his battle axe and his new shield.
Are we still in initiative?
They're still in initiative, yeah.
Oh shit,
Oh,
so
man.
don't do that.
Veritas.
This elemental is trying to destroy this red gem.
Sure is.
Veritas will use telekinesis to grab the gem.
Okay. we'll see how that goes. So you have the red gem. Anything else for your turn?
He stows it away.
All right. It's the Clanking's turn. You all watch as several mechanical beings start running down the hall full speed. This one will dash. I think it's there.
Oh, hi.
This one will also dash. Oh no, what has happened?
Huh?
Horrible things have happened.
Oh god.
What?
I'm trying-
What the hell?
I'm trying to
That one has had way too much coffee today.
I'm trying to measure out. So we get to here.
Bro's trying to triangulate the.
You remember it's an orc's turn? Well, it's a robot's turn.
Oh no.
Oh no. Bad flashbacks. Oh no.
As these constructs at blazing speed enter the room.
Well, hey, Chalavi saved us from the orcs that one time. Maybe she'll save us from robots, too.
Right. I suppose the first one does get a face full of Eldritch Blast. Which is the one in front of you, Eve. Let's see, roll the hit. That hits. Second one also hits. And that's going to severely damage it, but not take it out. And then it's Gazrakul's turn.
So what does this look like from my perspective?
It looks like a bunch of gleaming metal men rapidly enter the room. So...
And so I'm about 60 feet up. Trying to do advanced calculus here. Could I plant a fireball far enough behind them to hit all the constructs and none of my friends? Because fireball has a range of 150 feet.
Certainly does. Let's see, so you... Absolutely. There's absolutely a space where you can hit all of them. It'll get your Earth Elemental, but I imagine you don't really care.
Not
So long,
particularly.
we're not friends.
So Oh, why damage do this? Why?
Alright, they will roll
That's unfortunate.
I'll roll a bunch of dex saves. Oh boy.
That's fine.
I'm gonna start just going. Yep, that's
This
what I
damage
thought.
is thoroughly below average.
Yep. Yep.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Area of effect, baby.
Guys are cool. I
Nice.
got bad news for you. Every
all
single
pass?
one of them passed.
Oh my
Well, they all
god.
take 11 fire. Which
Are they
is not that
resistant?
much more. Unless they're resistant, I guess.
Remember how I said they were really fast? They're evasively fast.
I hate everything. That's okay. That's the turn.
Can I have a dex save for your Earth Elemental?
Oh, yeah. No, I can definitely attempt that. It's not great.
So it's
Like a 6.
gonna take the full.
It'll take 22.
It's full 22. You want to give it a new command?
You know, they feel like they should. Yes, go after the machines.
Okay.
I'd love to see it tangle with Veritas. That's unnecessary.
Go ahead and give me 2 attacks.
All right. That's Let me see what its bonus is. I'm so slow. I don't have this spell, and I have to keep going back to the list.
Its bonus is a +8. So that
18 and big hits.
18 just hits.
Glorious.
So it rolls 2d8 plus 5. And which one is it hitting?
The closest ones to it.
Oh.
My view is still 3 floors up, so I'm kind of
Right.
theater of the mind.
I'll move you into a space where you can see.
Okay, you don't know. This makes a lot more sense now. The closest to it.
I had forgotten that we had left you behind.
Okay, so 2d8 plus something.
Alright, so that's 16. And 8.
Yeah, assign as you see fit.
And you learn they are resistant to non-magical bludgeoning damage.
You
Oh my
sons of
gosh.
bitches.
It's only resistance this time, so at least they does something. Bosh.
Yeah. Bosch will rush forward, defend here. He has so much movement, but where he wants to be is probably protecting Squishy Eve and Squishy Chelavi. So he's going to be right there. And going to poke that one.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. You're underneath the big mug.
Yes. Not attacking recklessly because fuck that. But still
You
a
don't
natural
need to.
20.
The natural 20, it scatters into a pile of scrap. Because this one was already damaged from the Eldritch Blast.
Okay. And attack the next proximate one right here. 17?
17 will miss.
Oof. Okay.
As you stab forth with your great lance, it parries it away with its rapier. That seems to almost be built into its mechanical form.
Cool. And I don't know if this is stupid or not, but I'm going to do it because it sounds fun. That's 30 feet. Shit. Okay. But he had a little bit more movement. So move up 1, and he's going to teleport over here with his bonus action.
Okay.
See how they enjoy that. And have to confess, I messed up Tia's movement because she does not have her fly speed when she is human. I will mostly have her move back where she was. No one's down currently. She's gonna just kind of be there and wait for someone to need to be revived.
Alright. It's going to make it Eve's turn.
Okay. Eve nods gratefully toward Bosch, who prevented this thing from being all up in her business, because now she can move freely. So she's going to skirt around the edge of the chamber. And she is once more going to cast Bane, this time at 4th level, so she can get all of the constructs that she has that she can see.
Okay.
Charisma saving throws from all of them.
All right.
Charisma saves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very charismatic robots, right?
Surely.
So charismatic.
I mean, look at their beards.
What's the DC again?
17.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. There were 6 of them, right?
Yeah.
I can target a maximum of 6 with this level of Bane.
Baned. I swear to God, they have a -2 to charisma saves. 4 of them passed.
Holy shit, what the fuck?
I rolled so many 19s.
Oh my
and
god.
a natural 20.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
This is fine.
Wait,
Okay, so there was that, I guess.
sorry.
It's okay.
That truly,
That's fine.
that truly was the smartest move. The dice just disagreed.
That was my last 4th level spell slot. I'm just gonna.
So what you're telling me is that only one got affected?
2 got affected.
Oh,
There's one that you can't see.
You just
Great.
can't see one of them.
There's one you can't see in the hallway.
2 out of 6 got a great. Okay, I'm just gonna back up and hang out, and that's my
They
turn.
had a -2.
I was really banking on that.
I know, I was too. Chelovy's turn. Chelovy's gonna Smeldritch Blast the one that the Earth Elemental rocked. The first one misses. Second one hits. Dealing a single point of damage. Good job, Chelovy.
Doing her best.
Doing her absolute best. Veritas.
I have to really think. What would be the most helpful thing to do in this situation? How big is the doorway?
5 feet across.
How tall is it?
About 10.
Okay. Veritas. I think this is the play. Veritas is going to get is going to use telekinesis on the robot in front, and I need a contested strength check.
Okay. You beat it.
19.
You beat its 12.
Is this thing weigh 1,000 pounds?
No.
Great. You're gonna see the robot crunched up a little bit, and Veritas is gonna use his body to block the doorway.
Okay.
Nice.
Godspeed, everyone. Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah, Max. What did the scary robot? It's robot's turn.
It is robot's turn. Bosch, you hear more clanking approaching from down the hall.
Oh no.
But yeah, these Nimblerites are gonna start going. This will come here and make. Yep, that's gonna hit Chelovy. For a lot of damage. Chelovy's down again.
God damn it!
this one's gonna attack the Earth Elemental. It's baned. That'll miss. That'll also miss. That'll miss. Lots, just a flurry of swords and steel clanging about as these constructs seem to be unable to find proper purchase on the Earth Elemental. So Earth Elemental is helping, but a few pieces do chip off. This one's gonna come at you, Bosch. 13 misses. A 6 misses. And a 13 misses. As swish swish stab, it does not find any purchase on you. The restrained one is going to meekly try to do something about this. Miss. 16 misses, right?
Yes.
But a 24, as it gets a lucky hit. The one that's currently...
Nah, we ain't having that. Silvery barbs.
Really? Alright. 23.
What the fuck?
That one just rolled really good for the attack roll. Really wanted to get a hit.
And they each have 3 attacks. There's so many of
They
them.
sure do. They're real fast. They don't have very good to hit, but they just throw a lot of attacks out. So that's going to be 9 damage, reduced to 4. And it with the 2, it does not hit you with its dagger.
Oh.
The other nimble rights.
Give me.
They're gonna try and push their friend out of the way. Go ahead and make me that contested check again.
I'll make it. Ha!
Nope, they don't beat it with a 15.
Holy fuck!
As they push up against it, you just push back.
Advantage to Bosch. You go get him.
Nice.
Gazrak, cool, it is your turn.
You know, I would just hate to ruin Veritas's plan to hold them at the door.
I am going to murder you.
And I mean, this is the ideal placement for a fireball to get the majority of them with missing all important characters.
Gazra, cool. Oh my god, Chelavi's down.
Accidents
no.
happen.
Oh god.
Oh boy, this will be interesting later.
Oh, it's
Does
like
it still get Bosch?
It
no,
doesn't.
it's fine.
It
Okay.
doesn't.
Well, alright then.
The player's like, I shouldn't kill this character that other people care about, but Gaz is like,
It's only one failed death save, right?
2, because she can't dodge it.
Yeah.
It's only one on Dex saves.
Oh, is
Or
it?
on.
It's 2 failed
Yeah.
death, or it's 2 failed death saving throws if it's a weapon attack.
Oh,
If it's,
It has to
Well,
be
it's
in melee.
Yeah.
if it's a crit, it's 2. It is an
Which-
auto crit
melee.
if you are within 5 feet of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, we're
Gotcha.
putting the fireball right here. So she's gonna take 1.
Okay, and I'll roll a bunch more dex saves.
At least for a 3rd level, it's not
Better
like 10
damage
more
roll.
damage than my 4th level.
I will say that there was a chance that you could have just killed her outright if you dealt enough damage.
oh.
But you didn't, so. Start that one.
That hits all but the one blocking the door.
Uh-huh.
And, well, it would if they all didn't pass their
They
save.
sure all did pass.
Oh my god. Well, now we know not to hit them with anything that requires a dex save.
We knew that before, but you know.
Alright, your
Just
Earth
checking.
Elemental takes 32, is almost dead from your own doing.
This poor Earth Elemental, it's taken the most brunt from Kaz's firebolts.
It sure has.
Yeah, hey,
It,
at least you hit someone.
it gives you a stink eye, and you see the words above you. This Earth Elemental, remember this. Bosch, it's your turn. You're a bit claustrophobic in this little corner here with these constructs peering in on you, but they don't seem to be good at hitting you.
Yeah. Bosch is going to use that advantage attack on the one that isn't being held.
Alright. I don't know why I was rolling a die.
I don't know. It's 23 to hit.
23 to hit. You put any charges?
No, I want to save that last one.
Alright. You slam into it, dealing a hefty chunk of damage, but it is meekly still standing.
Please still standing. Okay. Then let's hit it again. Not at advantage, unfortunately.
14.
I'm going to use inspiration.
Use inspiration.
Have that.
21 will hit, and we'll finish it off.
Huzzah. And
A clattering
Bosch
of
is
metal
going
on the
to-
ground.
Do you move anywhere?
to teleport here. And that's good. That's a good place to be. That is Bosch's turn, and Tia is going to horrified over here. I guess she's gonna end up engaged. That's not great, but it's fine. And use, I think, her last cure wounds once again for Chelavi. For 5.
That's okay. There was always that chance she might have rolled a nat 1 on her death save.
Yeah. And I think that's my turn.
Alright, Eve.
Okay. Eve's going to turn her attention in the direction of Tia and Chelavi. Get a little closer and cast Chromatic. Yeah, just because we don't know how Psychic affects these or doesn't. Gonna do Chromatic Orb again.
They're robots.
Yeah. At the one next to Tia and Chelavi.
Okay, roll to hit.
Low level one. I did not mean to roll that with advantage.
A 19 will still hit. For exactly its HP.
Yes!
As you melt this thing's core down, it melts into slag. Shelby gives a sigh of relief.
He smiles a little and is gonna stay put after that.
Alright. It's gonna be Shelby's turn. Shelby, once again, stand up. Right. Out of danger. And will move away from everything. And will shoot her Eldritch Blast at the one that's to the north. That's a natural 1. She's a little groggy. I dropped my die. Where'd it go?
Oh no.
Where the fuck?
That, unfortunately, the second blast is also going to miss.
Oh no.
As Shelby's turn, Veritas.
Please save us.
Well, I realized upon further reading telekinesis, I must redo the contest for that check to maintain them being restrained.
Gotcha. All right.
Yes. Which is a 7.
No.
It got 17. With the help of its allies, it finally bursts free of your grip, landing to the ground. It doesn't know why, but it stares really angrily at a sword.
Guys, we got a problem. Yeah, that is bad. It also takes my action to do that. So fuck. That ends my turn.
You hear more
Good luck, guys.
You hear more clanking.
Oh no.
Oh, Max, why?
It's an orc's turn.
It's a construct's turn. They're gonna try to bring down this. Just chipping away at this melted rock. Surely one of them will bring it down. Just bits and pieces of rock being whittled away. No one's real close. Of course, now I'm rolling good.
Rocky, no!
I wish this was Rocky. This one's gonna come for you, Bosch. Bane. 15 misses.
Yes.
$16 misses.
Yes.
That's the constructs. Guys are cool.
Alright, so, gosh, if I were to place another fireball directly on top of Celebi, what he's
Swear to
actually
God.
gonna do is
Third time's the charm.
this is a little finicky, but Gauze will slide 30 feet down as to the next slight outcropping of rock that may remain of the floor below.
I'll need a dex save.
Okay, here's hoping.
I'll say that since you were able to control it, the DC is much lower than when the floor is being dropped. So that will succeed, and you'll only
Okay.
take 2 points of damage.
That's fine.
Because I rolled real low on the D6s.
Don't worry, my next act is just as weirdly finicky. So, Pulse Wave is a 30-foot cone. And from where I'm at, I'm now 30 feet from this level.
Correct.
So if I could somehow math here with me from this altitude, get these 3 in the cone.
You would probably hit the elemental as well.
The elemental's fine.
But yes, you could manage that.
Alright.
So that's
So what Gauze is gonna do, because it is like it's gravity too, so Gauze is going to slap the wall to pulse wave this general group here.
one fails.
Okay. Well, they all take half, and the one that fails,
I assume you're
oh,
pulling. Are you pulling it
yes,
towards?
it's pulling it into the air.
Okay.
Yes.
You rip this energy towards you, and you watch as one of the constructs just explodes into metal shards, and you kind of have to dodge out of the way of the shrapnel that comes at you. The other two bits and pieces of their armor kind of get ripped off, but they're still shakily standing. Win or lose the con save for your elemental, they are gone. Boulders,
okay.
boulders
They
and chunks of
did
rock
their
just
best.
sort of fall over the place.
That's fine.
Rocky. Ooh.
Okay, I did some damage. I'm helping.
All right, that's gonna make it Bosch's turn.
Okay. Simple choice. Bosch is going to attack the one who's right in his face. $26.
Absolutely, skewering it, scattering it to bits.
Okay. Vault over the pew that's here. Oh, hey, there's down the hall. Interesting. Okay. I saved that for later, and attacking this other one.
21 hits. Awesome.
21.
Another skewer. That one also falls to bits.
And I believe he should have enough movement to get in the face of this one as well, just in case it wants to try to move away. And bonus action second wind.
All right.
His hit points are nice. Like. Okay, so let me get that 8 healing. And Ia can see this person coming down the hall too, I think. So yeah, she will, I think, just take her movement to about there.
All right.
And yeah, we'll say she dodges for her action. Why not?
Okay. That's gonna make it Eve's turn.
Okay, we still hear clanking?
Yep.
Okay.
As you turn and look, Eve,
Oh.
you see one of the constructs engaged in combat with Heskella Kench, and behind her, you see, holding a crossbow, Garen.
Eve thinks across the mental link that I assume is not concentration and is still up.
Yeah, it just lasts.
It does just last.
Garen, if you can hear me, I need you to respond right now.
You get no
Anything?
You get no response.
Okay. Wish I was taller. He's very far away anyway. She'll do a chromatic orb at the robot in the hallway that Heskel is engaged with.
Alright. Give me your roll. Hits for 13 acid damage. As it impacts, it shudders violently, but kind of glances at you, but then refocuses on their engagement with Heskel.
Man, do we know that this is the real Heskel this time? Eve will shout out, Heskel, enemy behind you! That's Logard! That's my turn. Wait, can I still? I took 20 feet of movement. I'm gonna get the hell out of the way.
And with that, that'll make it Chelovy's turn. Yes?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Gonna Eldritch Blast. Yeah, she's a little woozy. She's gonna take a break. She misses both times. Veritas.
Give me that strength.
From the one that
For that,
next to Bosch?
yeah, next to Bosch.
14.
11.
Oh. Does Bane affect ability checks? It doesn't, does it?
It doesn't.
Okay.
No.
No.
Okay. Alright. It is Heskel's turn. For those of you that can see, you'll see that Heskel will try to finish off this construct and does so, pulling a swing of a sword and destroying it. Before running in. Looks battered and bruised and just generally awful. Just like, what were you talking about? I couldn't really hear you.
Can I respond?
And you'll watch behind them dashing.
No.
You'll see Garen. Ah, there you guys are. Oh, there's one more. But they dashed, and this last little construct's gonna try and hit you, Bosch. Let's see. 21 hits, I assume.
Yes.
For 5 piercing, reduced to 2.
Okay.
16 misses. And 11 misses. Guys are cool.
Yeah, so, gosh, Lord. What I'm gonna do is, second level chromatic orb.
Alright.
Just to make sure it stays down, we're gonna do, lightning. Come on, money roll.
18 hits. Just hits. Dealing 15 damage. You see as, from all of your perspective, almost like a bolt of lightning strike this construct on the head. It shudders for a moment, but is still standing. Bosch is more or less at your mercy.
I think I got this.
and he's going to go ahead and reckless attack.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that does it. And as you break the final clockwork toy, a exhausting silence fills the room.
Are we out of initiative?
You are out of initiative.
Eve points her bow at Garen.
Garen. What's the code word?
Oh,
Oh no.
Pancake, that's right.
Her eyes narrow.
Veritas, how far can you do that spell that you did? To link all our minds, how far does that hold up?
It should be. The communication is possible through over any distances, though it can't extend to other planes of existence.
Points her bow. Go ahead.
Very, very, very far.
Pointing her bow at Garen.
Garen, buddy, you want to explain why you haven't been responding to us?
Right. So, you were right, shapeshifter. Weird. After y'all had turned the corner, it like poked me in the head, and then I was like in a room that was locked with this lady, but I had my wits about me again. So I used my lance to try and kind of like get the door down. Took me a while, but got it.
It put you in a cell with your weapon?
Insight check.
Sure. He's kind of looking at you all, and you can see beads of sweat forming as it seems like you're not trusting him.
Eve thinks in her mind.
Garen, think something to us. Anything. Please.
Sorry to interrupt here. Can I also do a magic awareness?
You can. First off, normally, you sense like a very strong magical presence from Veritas. At this current moment, you do not. And as for Garen and Heskel, you sense no magic whatsoever. And as for your question, Eve, out loud, Garen will say, you all are kind of doing the looks thing. I'm assuming the telepathy thing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I don't hear that anymore. I don't really know what happened. Magic's not my thing.
Haskell. Hi, first off.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, he telling the truth about what just happened.
Yeah, although he's forgetting the part where he walked himself in. Looked a little bit like
What?
a zombie. And then he sort of snapped out of whatever he was under and started helping me out.
Eve glances over at everyone else at this.
I got a little bit of experience in this. Looked like he was charmed.
Mm.
Mom likes to do that.
Oz thinks we can smoke him on principle.
Wait. Let's not jump to conclusions. I really want to believe you, Karen, but the lack of mental link is very concerning. Not concerning enough for us to kill him, guys, just to be clear. Glancing over at Gazrakul.
Veritas transforms back into humanoid form. It's also my first time doing that specific power. There might be a few kinks there.
Alright. Well, I'm sure when we report back to, person who hired us all, she can help sort things out there, make sure there's no mistake. But for now, pointing at Garen, no sudden moves. Alright?
Right.
Nothing personal.
I'm sorry. When did y'all become the authority figure?
When we became the ones who were suspecting someone of being a shapeshifter?
Alright, I guess, yeah.
Thank you for your service, though.
I guess we were separated.
Mm-hmm.
We have to wonder how such a dim-witted fool was promoted to Griffin Rider. It speaks poorly of the city's defenses.
No. The Griffin Riders are an amazing and very valiant and admirable force. No need to talk down to them just because we're in an awkward situation. Anyway, so we took care of pretty much all of that shapeshifters' drones, I guess.
Yes.
Pascal, where were you being kept exactly?
Locked in one of the offices.
Huh. Okay. Weird. Did you see anyone else on your way here that hasn't already been dealt with?
I mean, didn't exactly stop to check every room. Garen, being the noble one here, wanted to come to the fight, and, well, I had a feeling that it was going to be the rest of you.
Haskell looking at her.
Uh-huh.
They changed Nazarets into some partial mechanical monster. He's dead now.
Roll me an insight, Veritas.
Looking at her. And I'll use my inspiration for this.
Alright. 19.
Or 19.
Very good use of inspiration. Because she rolled a 12 on her deception to hide her emotions.
Oh.
You see this sort of confusion on her face. You sense, with a 19 insight, that she was on the cusp of changing her tune after her previous encounter with all of you. And likely, if this hadn't have happened, in getting separated from Ezra, she probably would feel a lot more grief than she is now. But at the current moment, she just seems confused, like she doesn't know how to feel.
That's all I needed to know.
Mhm.
Veritas, in his pocket, takes out red gem. This is what was left of him.
That was the gem used to enchant him. Thanks. And I'm just sort of...
Don't.
I appreciate this, but, you were closer as kin than I was.
Looking at the gem. Don't get me wrong. I do very much despise what I saw, what I felt from his destroyed mind. They're more than already born to be weapons, but to be changed and tormented to fit them more is a disgusting practice in my eyes. But, puts the gem away again. Seems like there's a bit more there than just a disposable tool, from what I see.
Maybe. Oh, how touching. You hear that from the stage.
We're having a moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as the scorching ray goes out, Gazark will also immediately firebolts.
It's
Okay.
this just angry
Poorly.
lash.
Okay, I need a wisdom saving throw from Veritas. You're able to get one off before you feel
It's the first one.
Before you feel this mental crushing force on you, kind of clamping you down. But all of you see. You all see it hit him.
Does it leave scorch marks?
It does.
Holy. What?
Well, I suppose I deserve that after all that. But, I don't very much appreciate it nonetheless. And I'll need another wisdom saving throw, Veritas.
Oh, God.
10,
Yep.
10. You immediately take 10 points of psychic damage. You cannot reduce this.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. There are times where that happens.
You.
Hold up a sec. Because a certain item changed in my inventory last round.
It did?
Veritas, you
Oh.
do get advantage on that saving throw. No, sorry, you
Oh.
don't. Never mind.
I think it's just
Oh.
to you. I think it's just to you.
Yes. It's certain saving throws. Not this one, though, I think. This is not Charm or Frighten.
No, this is just straight up damage, since you scorched dear old dad a little bit.
You. Experiment. Use us. Like toys.
To further our goals.
Your cause.
One and the same. At least that's how it should be. Ezra saw that. I'm not the one that killed him. In fact, I don't think I've killed any of you, my children. That has all been your doing.
Yeah, instead you just manipulate and enslave them and twist their minds around your little fingers. So merciful and kind of you. What a wonderful parent. Spare us the lecture. What do you want? You got something to boast about? Because it looks to me like your plans are not really going very well.
Admittedly, this was the one that I had the highest hopes for.
Oh, so sad.
But luckily, a little bit of warning let me move some critical pieces from here. No hints this time.
Don't worry. We'll take care of those two. You just wait.
Cute. Well, I suppose that's really it. Just know that even with this and your victories of late, doesn't change anything.
Those sound like the words of a sulky child. If that's all, you can leave now.
Sure. But first, a parting present. And he snaps his fingers, he disappears, and Chellaby needs to make a wisdom save. That is not going to be enough. Yep. You watch Chellaby agonize in pain for a moment and go down.
This.
Chuffy!
Rushing over with the potion of healing.
All right. You administer. Chellaby groggily comes back. This is why I usually stay a rapier.
You okay?
I'm fine. Although, I think he struck a nerve. He doesn't usually lash out so directly. I think we're actually getting on his nerves.
Like you said, this was the one he had the highest hopes for. Hard fight, but this is stuff that we can do.
Mhm.
Wasn't just that.
Yeah.
Veritas actually lashed out at him.
And you got him. It did something. It left a mark.
Yeah.
You were able to physically affect him.
I
I
would like
I
anyone
did.
who's proficient to roll Arcana.
I can do
That
that.
would be Veritas. I will do the special thing that
The special thing?
the sorcerers can do. When I
Oh.
make an ability check,
Spend a...
Roll.
I can spend a sorcery point to reroll.
Give me the reroll. $14. Still not quite there. But I will say for Eve and Gazrakul, you kind of think about it, and it dawns on the both of you that Veritas is a sorcerer. His magic comes innately from his bloodline. Bloodline being Stillhavity. The magic comes from Stillhavity. It hit him because he was hitting himself. Veritas could always hurt him. And you think Sokacelli. In fact, you think any mock could hurt him.
A slow smile creeps across Eve's face.
Oh. Now this is interesting.
And with that revelation, that is where we'll end tonight's session. And end for the year of 2022. Thank you for playing.